Hello, welcome to my house. Today we're going to be talking about Aquarius. If you're following the moon, you'd be familiar with that. That's what I'm listening to right now. I don't own it. It's Bjork. It's called Moon. I'm not going to read first, but Page of Pentacles fell out. So our lunar eclipse happened July 27th. Started over here where I'm at, down here in the States in Kentucky. So we had the Aquarius moon last night. I'm not even like gonna listen to these cards yet. I'm just getting the feel. So I want to talk more about some things. I just want to connect with Aquarius. If you have Aquarius in your chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, probably resonate with this. Those are the four main, what I go after anyway. So, but anyway, welcome, Reflections. I am also a reflection of you. So everything I do here is, you know, if you desire it, you can do it too. So, best of luck, because it's been a lot, I'm not gonna lie, to try to get this going, because this is my first video, as far as reading about tarot and what the moon is doing. Last night it was in Aquarius, and well, it went from a Capricorn. So we were probably grounding a lot before then, whether we wanted to or not. I still felt like I was brought down. I was kind of lost on the ground because I have Aquarius rising. So make sure my phone is on and we are done with that, fella. Sometimes I forget I have a phone. Only a couple of reasons I even have one. But anywho, so Sunday, tomorrow, about 10 a.m. After tonight, it's going to start going into Pisces. Tawny Michelle, if you know her channel, I'm sure everybody, well, she's got like 10K now. She's a personal friend. And she said, you know what I noticed about Pisces? Is they flop like a fish. I was like, that's perfect. I have a Pisces in my life. You know, I have a lot of different people in my life, but there's a Pisces in my life, and yeah, they flop. They flop, especially when they're upset. But anyway, yeah, so it was kind of funny that she helped me see that. But I think, isn't the sun in Leo right now? I believe it is. It's getting ready to go to Virgo, though. I do know that. Virgo, Libra season is coming right around the corner. So we went from back the Scorpio, remember that full moon? We had to quit giving to all these negative, dark things. You know, like Scorpio, everybody says dark and deep, and you know they're manipulative and all this. Not necessarily. Not every Scorpio. I mean, I've met people that have nothing to do with Scorpio, and I've watched them manipulate. So leave that alone. But you know, it was about stuff. You know, the Scorpio is about like death and rebirth. So what happens is, I'm a Scorpio sun and moon. So we go to the abyss of the ocean, basically. You know, I do it in the day and I do it at night, I guess. That's what they say about sun and moon. Sun representing the daytime and moon representing the night. The mother being the moon, sun being the father. So I get the best of both worlds. Aquarius rising. I'm carrying 2 buckets of water up the mountain. Bearing that water. 2 big old buckets of Scorpio. Ooh, help me. So anyway, yeah, I've learned a lot though. My true note's Virgo, so it is actually, you know, I'm more from the Pisces, the flopping fish and double Scorpio as a kid. I'm going more with the Virgo and communicating with the help of Aquarius and studying the astrology and the moon. But so at 8:55, the full moon eclipse, the lunar eclipse, the blood moon, went from Capricorn to Aquarius. This morning around 8 a.m. it went into, Aquarius. It was done traveling from Cap. And June 27th was when this started. And that was in Capricorn, but see, then Mars went into retrograde in Aquarius. Now we know about Mars, right? When I look at it as a solar system aspect, Mars has got a watery surface. When we remove the astrology of it. So imagine Mars in Aquarius. So Aquarius thinks outside the box. And it's just, we go, especially rising, like that's what I want to give. That's why I'm creating this channel. Like if you have planets in Aquarius or Leo, remember Aquarius and Leo mirror each other. So whether it's your rising, your 10th house, no matter what, they mirror each other. If you have planets in there, you're definitely going to want to look into that, like Mars and things like that. And our last lunar eclipse was in Leo on January 31st. So we're back around to the Aquarius, aspect of our perception, if you want to call it that. It's a lot to be an Aquarius rising. I feel, and like I said, everybody's got a chart, just like everybody's got a fingerprint. Even identical twins cannot share the same fingerprint. So therefore, the charts are still going to be different, even though they could be very close. It's not necessarily the way that, everybody's going to look at that. So, but anyhow, getting back to it. If you notice, I'm down here in the country, which is where I started my Capricorn moon. And this is where I grew up. And I'm back down here visiting. And this is my first video, like I had said. And, I thought, what better way to do this, to go express, that Capricorn grounding and all the information I got from, the Aquarius rising, still looking at the trees outside behind me. I mean, the moon comes up behind this window and I sleep directly right there. And this house is huge. I'm here all by myself right now. Had all kinds of crazy things happen and had to start the video over. Yeah, technology, always during eclipses. You might hear stuff, see stuff. Let me know in the comments, because that stuff is part of Aquarius rising again, but we'll go back. So, we're here now, and we're getting ready to move again tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. That's where I'm at. Like I said, Kentucky in the States. It's going to be the 29th on Sunday. So now we're going from Capricorn, which means I use, not saying Capricorns use people. I'm saying that that's what Capricorn stands for, as if you write I and E as a fraction, intelligence is above emotion. So I over E. That's all it is. Use is an emotion and action, what there are element, I believe. The I is here. That's what I see in it. I think a lot of people agree with that. So we're going from this to Pisces, and this is a flopping fish, which is my south node. That's where I came from as a kid when I was a baby. So I was born here, which is great, with the Aquarius moon being my first house, like rising, from Capricorn in my 12th. It's just great. It's been such a great experience. It's like I'm back, but with many gifts. A lot of things have happened to me. I'm a survivor. I'll get into all that stuff later, but I'm a survivor. I'm back. And I'm back in so many other ways than just being home. And it's so amazing. It's been health problems and, I had to go with the doctors, or it's kind of like hurry up and, get in here and get taken care of, or else death, like the typical Scorpio goes through. So I survived it, and it was. We'll go there. That's going to be a separate video. We're going to focus on Aquarius right now. So, but yeah, so I got to hang out with a kid down here. A new child that's, to me, in my life, that's 10 years old. And she had expressed some things that shows that she's an Aquarius sun. And you can always look up Aquarius, and I will get into it more, but she says, I had said something about my health, which reminds me, that's what I was going to get to, that she said something about my ears ringing, because I had stated, like, through some of the stuff I survived, some of the treatments I went through caused ringing of the ears. So, my strap just broke right before I started, and I kind of gave it the, gotta get going before you chicken out and go hide in your little scorpion hole. Yeah, so anyway. But we were communicating with one another, conversing back and forth about fingernail polish, and I was listening to her talk about colors, and I my ears started ringing, and I was watching her go through this pile of fingernail polish and how deep she got with the expressing what she saw with all those colors, and she goes outside of things that, society kind of got lost in, I think, like a lot of ego, which, I think, I have planets all above the horizon. So I think, even if I did have ego, they say if you have planets above the horizon that you don't have a lot of ego. That's what I heard from someone, maybe. I might have to look into that. But I was told with someone, and now that I'm thinking about their character, they might, who knows if they truly know. Anyway, I'm going to give that look to that girl that's going to be like, I know who she's talking about, that's going to watch this. So, she knows who she is, and they are. So, anyway, back to Aquarius sun that I was communicating with. She says, well, your ears are ringing, because there's probably a dog blowing a human whistle. And granted, she's 10. She said, I heard it. We got YouTube. She said, I heard it somewhere. And, I said, yeah, we all hear things somewhere. And it's about what we take in with us. And she's still got the childlike spirit. She, it hasn't been stolen from her. Like a lot of us have happened. We all have our childlike aspect stolen. We all do it. Parents today that, if I'm going to do it to my kids too. You are too. That's just kind of, hopefully we learn to lessen it. But, we do that. That's our nature. We're human. So, but she said a dog was blowing a human whistle. And that's why my ears were ringing. And she giggled. And I said, wow, there's a lot of ego in thinking how a dog whistle that humans use to make a dog's ears ring. Allegedly, that's what it does. Maybe even scientifically they've proven it. I don't know. You can comment stuff below and let me know, your opinion. Or if you have facts, whatever you want to do. I just appreciate the support and communication. I finally get to communicate, so it actually feels really good. But I thought about the ego in that, and how, a lot of Aquarius I've noticed do have a lot of ego, and I know I have it because, again, I'm human. But I like to think of the aqua mind as like a room without like a roof. And there's a song, like a room without a roof. So, that's the way that goes. That's the way we do things. We go outside. I mean, I'm constantly outside when I can't process things right away. I'll be inside like our hermit, like the little scorpion running in the home, because I won't sting anybody when I'm, need to process, and I need time to process things. Everybody does. But again, Scorpio is about the abyss of the ocean. We go deep. We do it for you. We bring our dark to the surface. And we bring yours to the surface sometimes. And that's why usually people think we're assholes. I mean, I am one, but not as much as you probably think. I've been an asshole. You haven't? Good. But anyway, yeah, so when Scorpio went into that, where I think we began this process to where we're at in this Aquarius moon, I went off social media for like 10 days and started just studying the tarot cards. You know, and of course, I played with them for years now and always been interested in it. And I had dreams as a child with the Aquarius in me to, you know, I'd dream of the universe and see all the stars, and I've always noticed trees. And, you know, and lately I've had a person that's a double Cancer, which means, you know, the sun and moon is in Cancer. And they are Leo rising. And he has really shown me that it's okay to, you know, it's okay to stay away sometimes and heal. Like, I'm allowed to do that. And everybody is. As long as I'm not playing a victim, it's amazing what happens. Like, once I remove that victim mentality, it's amazing what happens. And believe me, I've been a victim. We all have been victims. It doesn't mean that we weren't a victim in a moment in our life. But man, letting it just stay with us. Well, good thing, you know, all these planets are in retrograde. So you've got Saturn, Pluto, Mars, Neptune, Mercury, Uranus, all in retrograde. This is all like, especially Uranus going in August 7th from Taurus to Aries. You ever watch Tyler's Tarot about Aries? He's an Aries. He's an Aries. And that means like I am. Remember the intelligence over the emotions? He's I am. And that's what Aries is. The double Cancer Leo rising has an Aries MC. And I see that. I see that. So anyway, if you don't know what I'm talking about as far as the stuff, just listen to the words like MC, IC, 10th house, and just put it in YouTube. Like, I'm going to put stuff up, but you can also, you know, teach yourself. I'm going to start doing stuff and get into these things. So you can comment, let me know. But all these planets in retrograde are making us, you know, like Saturn and Capricorn, I wrote it down, like the cause and effect. Saturn and Pluto, both in Capricorn, the cause and effect. So, where's the transformation? You know, and this is the lunar, this is the blood moon. We need to look at these things in our universe to use them instead of what limits us in society. Mars and Aquarius to Capricorn, pushing buttons. That's going to be in the retrograde. Neptune, Pisces, bringing the truth to light. Chiron and Aries, going to Pisces. So old wounds, we face them, and then we get to let them go. So if I say, I get to let them go, it's beautiful. I get to let them go. That means I've given myself an opportunity to receive gifts. And it could be from a human. It could be from God, goddess, whatever you do with God. You know, that's your business. That's also mine. So, you know, Mercury and Leo. The feeling of Mercury and Scorpio, I think that's what just happened. Yeah. Wow. I think it might still be going on. I'll have to look at that. No, I think it's, never mind. Mars is retrograde in Scorpio. Anyway. Or it was. Woo, it's a lot. It's a lot when you study all this stuff. It is. And I think anybody would agree when you first start. Oh, this is another thing. Speaking of that stuff, it's about letting go. And I tell you what, nicotine is my problem right now. Like, it is bad. These vapors. I'll even like do a little respect here. Hold on. I need my nicotine. I'm nervous. That's what I tell myself. Anyway, it's time to reassess. And it's like, we can't do any of this no more. You know, like, we're not feeling special anymore. Like, there's nothing, you know, we need to stop with the adolescence victim mentality. You know, we need to get the intelligence going instead of everything we think we are. You know, it's time. And as far as that stuff is discussing that, you know, thank God those some things are going direct. Mercury's going direct August 19th. Mars, Saturn, Mars and Mercury are going direct in August 19th. Mercury, Mars, August 27th. Saturn's going September 6th. All these are going to be going direct. Pluto, October 1st. Neptune, November 25th. Chiron, December 9th. Uranus is going January 7th next year, 19. Venus is October 5th through November 16th. So, you might feel some frustration in Venus, I believe. Especially, you know, with this Pisces full moon on August 26th. You know, like I said, that's the south node of my south node into Virgo. And I tell you what, we're going into this Virgo Libra season. And Pluto is in Libra in my chart. There's going to be a lot of change there. And with it going direct, I think, what is it going direct in? I mean, I know the dates, but it's just, yeah, I have to find that stuff out. So, however, you know, when we think about some of the stuff, you know, like I walked outside, I put my moon card and my star card out in the moon, and I allowed Aquarius to absorb it so I could give the best message today through all of this. And I feel like I need to slow down. And I've done really good as far as breaking from old patterns. I've watched a lot of towers collapse around me, and I've lived many different experiences. Some people say live different lives in one lifetime. And that's very true. So, anyway, let's get into the Aquarius. I've been shuffling with these under this moon. I don't know if I'm repeating myself, but a little bit of chemo brain going on in there sometimes. I'm about 5 years out. I'm not doing that because I was talking about my stuff. Anywho, we're done with that. We're going to talk about Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising are in Venus. I'm going to try to timestamp this. Yeah, I should probably put that down. But anyway, we'll see. So, I'm going to shuffle on camera, and I'm going to lay them out. And then I'm going to take the laptop and point it down so you can see them laid out on the table. You'll see me take my glasses off maybe. I'm going to start getting, you know, in touch with the spirit. No, that's mine. The good thing about me, my 10th house is Scorpio. My MC, my Sun, Moon, Mercury, and Uranus is all Scorpio. And it's, you know, a lot of water barrier. And, you know, like I said, it's the Aquarius, the water barrier, carrying 2 buckets of water. That's what, you know, Aquarius does anyway, right? This throat chakra meditation I did is going to help me deliver everything that you need. The Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. There's this thing called neuropathy in the hands. Sometimes it'll mess with my shuffling technique. But I've been shuffling. I always shuffle. So when I think of Aquarius, and I think about Scorpio, and I think about Leo, and I think about Taurus, because that's where we're at right now in the chart. You know, that's That's the things that are, it's a lot. I mean, I think, when I think about all the signs as far as their energy, um, especially how we're on the other side of Leo into Aquarius with the last, lunar, and then, seeing that Aquarius moon last night in Kentucky. I'm back home. I'm at my roots. I'm seeing the first house energy all over the place. Yeah. Aquarius. I've been meditating with Aquarius, listening to anything to do with Aquarius, to really just get in touch. And I think the rising helps, but anything I get into, I'm going to find it in my chart, and I'm going to take it to my roots and then express what I see in each sign's roots, and hopefully get some readings going, especially under the moons. I wasn't going to do tarot. I was just going to do the astrology, but I decided that this is what I do in my time, and I'm going to be raw and real, not at it. I'm going to bring Aquarius and everything else right to the table. I'm going to take that one. The Fool in reverse for Aquarius. I think the Aquarius has been doing the Fool for a while. I know I have. And I know a lot of Aquarius moons, and the sun that I was just relating with. I have a friend that's an Aquarius moon. And I watch and then listen, because that's what I do with that MC in Scorpio. So, that's what I do. The devil. Well, we just left Capricorn. So, I think that, oh, well, he wanted to come out too. Oh, yeah. So far, I'm going to stop for a second with the Queen of Wands. Oh, yeah, my fingernails are a mess. Queen of Wands. We know what this is doing. So, when I start off the Queen of Wands, you can see her. Look at her cat down there. You see what I mean? Look at the way it sits at her feet. There's no gender on these cards. So Queen of Wands could be male. If you're a male, I thought the star card was going to pop out. I was hoping. But you can see what she's doing. She's sitting, she's looking, she's got her looking this way. But yet, she's got great things. She's got great things. I mean, she's still got her crown. She's ready to manifest, right? So I think that's where we were, probably on, even before the lunar eclipse. I think that's where we were. With the Eight of Swords. I know that it has been a lot of things that I think kept me grounded in that Capricorn. Because I was being a fool. And this is reversed now. So. But I was being a fool. And then I came from here, though. You see, I got to this point. I came from here to the Queen of Wands. I was ready, right? Aquarius was ready. Because it was coming up. Our full moon was coming up. Right? Then all these things started happening in that Capricorn moon. Because before that, we were the reverse fool. It's kind of part of the Capricorn also. We weren't ready to go to the top of the mountain. We weren't ready to. That's why we, if you notice the full upright, the dog's dancing with them. He's got everything packed and ready to go. Yeah. We were doing that before Scorpio went into full moon. So, and the devil upright. Are you fighting manipulation? Probably. Because we can all manipulate. We can all control things. We can all think we can control things. I'm sorry. We do. And I've had discussions about that. And really what the devil, when it comes up in that stuff, the devil does stand for Capricorn. So it could just simply mean when you get that in your readings that it's just a grounding of sort. Like sometimes you got to go underneath. But if you notice the chain between them two, they're, what shadow work did Scorpio bring up that maybe I missed? And now Aquarius is like up in the air going, hey, we got to get back down. We're going to be flopping like a fish soon. So we better flop in some creativity. We better get going here. I mean, right? Because the Hermit, that's all about, the discoverer. The one that people think that this is like a light, to some new paths. I mean, because if I start off with the Queen of Wands, see, she's kind of looking still. She's like, not really looking at anybody. She's probably off in a distance, right? Water. That's what we do. We go outside like Aquarius in the air. We go, So see where water is in your chart also. Let me show you somewhere. Clarify things that I've put out for Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. You notice that angel behind me. A lot of Capricorn energy went into Aquarius from that angel. Showed me some things, some shadow work that I hadn't been doing. That was Three of Wands. In the reverse though. So when I think of the number 3, yeah, I mean, look. Nine of Swords in reverse. It's time to come up. We gotta come up. I'm sorry. Gotta come up now. There's no need. There's no need for that anymore. We've already been there, done that. It's time to go. Time to fly, Aquarius. The age of Aquarius. I was burning some sage and listening to that and thinking about that moon, and it's going to be tonight, full on until about 10 a.m. tomorrow. So if you're going to, 3 of Cups in reverse. We're done. We're done. See, I notice sometimes I try to remove the mastermind and do it all on my own. We'll get into that when I show you. This is just like the regular biddy or whatever. Yeah, rider weight. It's the regular deck. The typical. I'm going to maybe pull back from this one and then go over to the Oracle cards, Doreen Virtue. This was my very first deck. Yeah. Remember about the IC and Taurus that I was talking about that I have? When we talk about home, that's what I think of with Taurus. Your household situation is improving. Either you move or a healthy change in the occupants. And I tell you what, I am kind of like contributing at home right now where I'm at. I haven't been back here in years. And we got to call on the best. And I tell you what, it's been amazing. Gifts have been given, received with so much gratitude from me. So we're going to start up there. But, you know, I've realized something about home. I got to consistently show up to my house. You know, like, and show up to the other areas that are important to me. So I'm going to call them Vesta when I want to do this as far as my results. I mean, because the Queen of Wands, when you think, I heard it today about a chess game about the Queen of Wands. The Queen, you know, you can't. Queen's got all the moves. And that's what this represents, our beginning here with this reading. With the Aquarius moon, you're going to be behind me soon. It's like 5 something, 6, I don't know, p.m. I don't really pay attention to time too much, unless I absolutely have to, when society needs me to. But the moon's back there tonight, Aquarius. Maybe you can start tonight. Because last night, I had insomnia. I was up. I couldn't help but look at the moon. I couldn't help myself. So, really, it's all up to you. It really is. I mean, that's how I've learned. It's all up to me. So I rise. I rise with Aquarius every single day. Sometimes I rise at 100 and I get it down to 0. And go back to that full, you know, but right now, I think Aquarius has been really doing some manifestation. And if you're interested in looking at your charts to see all this stuff, you can always go and check them out. I mean, you can YouTube anything. And I'll be uploading, you know, tons of things. I'm going to take the compassion from that, which makes sense because release judgments about yourself and others. Focus on the love and light that is within everyone. I think Aquarius can be judgmental. I know I can. I used to a lot. But today I think what happened with me is awareness. Let's see. And I think that's what we have to get to as far as, you know, I mean, think about that. You know, when I become aware of something, I can start making changes. But I have to make sure my own house is in order. Whenever I point the finger at somebody, whenever I do that, I'm really just struggling with something. And I sometimes can't stand the fact that that's so true. But when I go home and I make sure my own house is in order and I clean up my own, you know, messes and I sweep off my own doorstep, see, then it helps me be compassionate. See, I got all the moves. I don't have to do this anymore. I don't have to let all that go. Like, I think it had to happen at the same time. You know, I had to have those swords come in into that water. I had to have them stab down in there and say, whoa, whoa, double whoa. I had to have them come in there. See? Because I was probably a little too much here. Don't you think, Aquarius? I think that's normal, especially during the moon we had Friday night. I mean, come on. It's a given. We went from Capricorn, which is actually really beautiful when you think about it. I mean, I looked at it as an opportunity to actually get on the ground some and stop being in all this water and all this air. Whew. I needed a break. That's it. I needed to be chained. See, I needed to be chained. And when you look at this, it's like the opposite of the Lovers card. And the Lovers can be very Leo, you know, like, I think so. I know they're not, supposedly, but anyway, moving on. But see, they're bound to one another here. You know, and as far as relationships, when you see two people in any decks, look, when it comes to love readings, I might pop out a couple. It depends on, you know, what's going on with the moon, honestly, with where I'm at. Because the saying is, if you want to know where a Scorpio is, just see what the moon's doing. I mean, I heard another tarot reader say that. So, yeah, get some water, guys. I think this is my hermit mode, as my Aquarius rising is making these videos. And that may sound confusing in a lot of ways, but I'm at the top of the mountain, finally. I've been working hard to get here. I think a lot of us have. And, you know, and check where your Aquarius is in your chart. When you get these full moons and these signs, just go to the mother, go to mama, get the conditioning and the love that we deserve, you know, as humans. Just saw a big black butterfly. I swear, these butterflies down here. I live in the city from this area in Kentucky, but I live in the city further north, and that's, you know, where my IC Taurus is. My place to go to say thank you, Vesta. I think that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, I saw it over there. And it's beautiful. Okay, so you see deer, tons of deer. And I would love to be able to take some videos from my phone, but moving on from that idea. Anyway, I'm on the laptop now, so hopefully this is working all right. Anyway, so the Three of Wands reverse. Oh, you can get this book on these decks. Well, it comes with a little book, but you can get a bigger book. We don't need to see it. But it comes with these things, but you don't have to do that. But when you go and it'll show you reversed in the little ones. But, you know, like Three of Wands, I'd go like right to it now. But it'll show you, like, it'll say where it says a calm, stately figure. Like, and in the upright, you can tell that. You know, you can see and in the upright. But Aquarius got it reversed. We got it reversed. So when it says, you know, a calm, stately figure, I think, again, it's time, you know, like to go to that edge of the cliff like it states, and I had written that down. It's like, that's what Aquarius does. We go to the edge of the cliff. So we're there now. We're there. See, we got there in reverse. We got there. So we're okay now. And this is in reverse, which is a good sign. That means we're up out of there. We're ready for some tens. Because when I look at the numbers, it's amazing what happens when you think about, like, the number 1, for example. Because the 0 is full. That's where we begin. That's where everything, you know, there's the magician, but something happens with the fool. You know, and you can look into that stuff, and I'll make some videos referring to it. But yeah, so I think this Three of Cups is where we're going to start flopping like a fish. Also, you know, thinking into it now, looking at it, thinking about Pisces. But that's okay. That's all right. We're going to come out of it. We're going to come out of it with compassion. See? I had this underneath the moon last night. I call this my Aquarius rock. Carrying all that water up to the top of the mountain. Isn't that neat, though, to think about? Some people don't believe in the stones. But I do. I didn't at first. You know, because I was like, what? A rock? But you ever walked outside and put your feet in the grass? And before you walked out there, remind yourself of how you feel. Write it down. Go outside. Just put your feet down on the grass. Safe. Careful. But like, I'm out here. There's no harm. I'm out here in Kentucky. So it's been, you know, amazing. I mean, it's just been beautiful. It's better than cigarettes for me. With my health stuff, and at least, not. And I don't drink alcohol like once in a very great while. Very, very rough on that. No, no. You know why? I'm too. A lot of us have too many gifts to be drunk, don't you think? Or ridiculous or over the top. It blocks us. Those things block people like us, don't you think? I mean, they can block anybody, no matter what. But when we have to get out and do things as whatever you want to call us. Some people call me a witch. Some people call me a pagan. I've been called a Christian before. There was some talk about Jesus. Like, I was talking about Jesus. They're like, oh, you're a Christian. It's like, okay. Whatever you need. That's fine. I don't go to bed with that stuff. I just think it's important that we gotta let go. We gotta let go of everything. That's just the way it's gotta be. I mean, because I can't have these things come in if I didn't let go of all that stuff that was stopping me and limiting my thinking. Leo, when that happened back in January, I was around a Leo sun, and I was rushed into things around in their energy. Like in the same room with them, I felt very rushed. Very good person, but it was just like, they were like healthy for the most part, very healthy minded, had done a lot of great things with themselves as far as building and but there were some things, like I just thought, like, drink some water. It's okay if you drink water in the video. They never drink enough water. That's my big judgment of today. You better drink your water. I had a friend that I grew up with actually really got me thinking how smart that is a long, long time ago. I need to do what makes me happy. And I think an Aquarius moon lets me fly and find things that maybe I only thought were dreams or just childlike visions, like I did think, but now I got the reverse. I feel like I did think. And I know you can relate with that. I mean, I know you can. And when we think about, Taurus, the bull, it's so funny with my IC, like, I don't know who said it like this. I'm not stealing anybody's content. It's just a lot of studying. And if anybody understands Gemini, fifth house is in Gemini, so I'm all over. Like, I'm not just doing, cards and planets. I'm also looking at the solar system, and going into the rocks. I know we all do that, and once we start going these paths, they tend to, come together with cards go with rocks and meditation and stuff. But I've been meditating for 2 years, every night. During the Capricorn, I didn't have to for like 3 days straight, but that's because I was busy. So, yeah, I'm not going to be afraid to talk about like things that maybe most people get uncomfortable with, because that's Scorpio in me. I'll help you see the dark. It's not that bad. So let's be the queen. The queen knows all the moves, all the wands, the moves. What do wands are? Wands. What do we have? If I'm a witch and I have a wand, it's probably magical. If someone was to call me a witch and see that I had a wand, I do have one, but I just think it's a stick. So it has special meaning from where I got it from. So, Gemini in the 5th house. I hoard tiny things, like little tiny things. Anyway, I'm just trying to get to know you also. So please, comment below for now. I know this may not even go anywhere. So, but there's something that I must do. And I must do all these things. As an Aquarius rising, I'm ready to do that for the world. And I want to bring emotion into the table. I think, we lack a lot of empathy with those dog whistles and restraints and keeping things, hidden like skeletons in the closet. When I was studying all this stuff, I didn't have to remember to remind myself to let go. I do pretty good at letting go. My past record has shown me I let go very well. Not a criminal record, just life. The timelines. So, I'm sitting on a weird little spot. Not too bad for a first timer. Well, as far as sitting still, I have videos on my channel where I'm moving, but anyway, doesn't matter. I think right now, Leo rules the sun. Leos are confident. They know that what they do. When I was looking at the houses and what they represent, I have Mars in Leo. And with Mars retrograding Scorpio and about to go direct, remember, that's gonna be rough. I have a feeling. But you know what? At the same time, when it ain't rough, if it, they talk about this medicine, like when people take like cough medicine. If it tastes good, it isn't going to work. So you can't have like flavored cough drops and expect your cough to go away if you got a bad cough. Clear your throat chakra. That's why I'm doing this instead of cigarettes, so I don't lose my voice. Ugh. I feel silly doing it, but at the same time, you know what? I'm tired of hiding. I think this is what this is all about, this moon. Just, I'm tired of hiding. I'm tired. This being in reverse. I'm tired. I mean, you can see it. Like, I'm tired. Insomnia. Awake in the Aquarius moon, thinking outside the box at 3:30 in the morning. I've been at this all day. It's important. And I think it's important that we stop feeling so dang special. I mean, honestly, let's stop playing the victim finally. That's what I feel anyway. And watching other tarot card readers. The Quietest Revolution. She is amazing. I love her. I think Tawny Michelle uploaded something recently. I've been so busy with this, I haven't been able to look at anything. So, it's just the way it goes. So let's take a look at your cards. Your main card here, I really do feel like, is just, remember, you have all the moves. You have all the moves. It's all right. And if this doesn't resonate with you, if you're like, she doesn't know what she's talking about. You know what? Maybe I don't, as far as you are not educated into where Aquarius or the moon is in your chart. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the websites. Anyway, so let's take a look at this though. Now remember, I'll change this up, but for now, I'm just going to show you. If you look here, we have went through our processes. I think when we started, this is where we were, the Queen of Wands, upright. Can you see that? That's where we were. And then we kind of got lost a little. We have been, but we've never been as connected as we have been recently. When you think about where Aquarius plays. Aquarius plays with water in the air. That takes it up. That's what it is. It's the elements. So we were down here in our water, we were down here. We were, some people may feel like we were looking at that mountain and we were so far away. With those swords, it's a lot of swords, but it's only 8. 8 represents Scorpio, right? But see, then the Fool, the Fool. I love being the Fool. But when I start at 100, I have to bring myself down. I think that's what Aquarius needs to do. Because in reverse, we're in reverse now. Because, you know, we're going. We're headed there. We've gotten to a lot of places. Capricorn kind of made us stop for a second. And then we're back in hermit mode. I hope you all can see those. See if this kind of gives you. But this right here, 3 of Wands in reverse. It's all right. That's okay. That's what we need to do right now. We need to let things go. That's what we're doing, right? Nine of Swords. And if you think about it, the 3 of Cups, you know, a lot of people say like the 6 of Cups is, you know, it's like we're giving too much. But sometimes I think we're constantly sharing our ideas because we are Aquarius, right? We want to share. We want to get outside the box and to express that to people that aren't on the same vibration is so stressful. See? But I think we're past that now. We need to start going into here. See? We're past all this. Because Aquarius is in full mode right now. Full mode. Let's see what our outcome as far as what we're going to be doing in this Pisces. I mean, and it's not a full moon. We're just going to go over there for a little bit. You know, we're just going to flop for a little bit. But in our flopping, you know, we can still see the water around us. We can still see the air while we flop on the beach, right? It's okay. Yeah. The Judgment card. That's Pisces. That's not what I mean, but you know, the Archangel, if you notice, Archangel above. And see, and what happens there? Get my glasses here. If you look with the Judgment, we're probably here because we're expressing ourselves. So we're worried. But look, only the high can judge. Not, they can look up to us. We can appreciate them. Right? We can do that. But let's just flop for a little bit. It's not long. What was it? Pisces goes into at 10 a.m. and then it'll go from there. Let's check again. (10 a.m. Sunday, Pisces. Tomorrow morning. I'm Saturday, July 28th right now. So tomorrow at July 29th into the 30th, the moon, Pisces. And if we look, too, I have an app on my phone where, I don't know where it is, oh yeah, where you can go to the moon phases. And I'm still going to pull another card and see what's going on here. Because I have a feeling some of us might feel stuck a little in the Pisces. But remember, it's going to be okay. So we're going to look at phases of the moon into, you know, right now, I'm turning my location on so we can get, so tomorrow at 10 a.m. then we are going to be into Aries by, they're going to start traveling Tuesday. Yeah. So we'll be okay. We'll be okay. So we can start really using that. We can. And I don't know if 16 means anything, but that's how old the moon is today in Aquarius also. 16 can mean something. 6 plus 1 is 7. You know, see where that plays. See where that plays in it. Let's see here. So, we're going to be going into this Virgo and Libra season soon. So right now, we ride this wave. We ride this wave of all this fixed, stuff changing. It's changing. I mean, we know that. We all know that. Let's see what he wants. The Empress. That's what I said about the Venus. So some of you may have Venus and Aquarius that are watching this right now. Let's see if I can confirm that for anybody that has Venus and Aquarius. Anybody with Venus and Aquarius. What is this meant to tell them? So the 3 of Swords flopped up. Okay, and then reverse. Remember, we're in reverse with the 3s a lot. That's because we're moving. We're moving. Okay? Or, and as far as love, look. This life goes on without partners sometimes. So I'm not going to get your hopes up and tell you soulmate's coming in or all this twin flame stuff. I'm not going to do it. But you could have been in a relationship there was a third party situation. However, it's reversed here. Like I said, we're done with all that old stuff. And that's what we're doing right now. We're letting go of it. At the bottom of the deck was Temperance. So, I mean, Temperance, but it's, we juggled our pentacles in the double energy of Capricorn, and I'm not calling Capricorn a devil. We know this, right? The Knight of Cups in reverse. We're done with this water energy all the time. That's what it feels like. Especially a lot of us feel that way, especially if Venus is in, a water sign in your chart. If you have Venus in Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces being right around the corner, we're done. We're done with all the water stuff. We're done. Oh, here we are. We've already been there. We're done. So that came out reverse. See, so 9 of Cups in reverse. I think we're just gonna be we're ready for Aries, and we're ready for the Libra to balance our out, yeah. And so we can get our, we're getting our strength, And when you look at the Strength card upright, it's like a control of that lion. We're not getting eaten by ego. Remember, Aquarius, we see things a lot more open-minded, with open-mindedness than others. I think we can all agree on that. But notice the infinity symbol above the head. It's okay. It's all right. We're up there with that crown chakra. We're up there. Yeah. Queen of Cups, right? When I look at the Queen of Cups and we come out with the 9 of Cups also directly after, and then I'm going to do what we're going to do with this into the Aries season. I'm going to do that with pagan deck. I think this is a pagan deck, I guess. I think that's a symbol of pagan, I guess. Anyway, none of that matters. None of those things matter. Those are just crowd control, in my Aquarius opinion. Oh, the book's with it. Lots of studying going on behind this. I tell you, I was gonna do a lot of things, and then it totally switched. And I think that's going into Aries. You know, I think, you know, we need to let go, release, let it go. And I read for myself all the time. I've read for people, like, as far as like certain situations that they've wanted, you know, some clarification with. There we go. Okay. So I'm gonna give a little pusharoo because we're done. We're done with all this nonsense. So we're gonna lay this out, and that's gonna be ours right there. Okay, go back. We're gonna look at these right here. All our cards are on the table right now. Queen of Cups upright. You know, it's funny when I think about the Empress, when I start there, and then all of a sudden the Queen of Cups and the Nine of Cups come in, and you know, it's water. It's all water, and receiving and giving. That's what we need to do, Aquarius. We need to remember that we can give and receive to get that balance in Libra season that's coming up. Because we're, you know, 6 is about change, and it's 6 of Cups, and this is in the reverse. And like I said before, it's not like the 6 of Cups. We're not just giving to everybody anymore. We've already done that, right? Because upright, that's too much. You know, I think so. I think that we need to change it right now. Sometimes we do have to give a little more than we think we should. But I don't know what should or shouldn't be. And I'm guessing you don't either. But if you find out, you let me know. 10 of Wands. That's okay. We're here to carry the things. And that's all right. We can carry some wands. Because when we get to the top, we can use the wands. Because there's, see, if you notice, there's no buds on these. Right? So we don't have to do that. We can carry the wands up with buds. We can, see, we've got buds. We've got our roots. And our Capricorn moon that we had. We did that. And the Magician. I mean, how perfect is that? How perfect is that? Finally. Finally. And when we do this, we need to focus. We need to focus on that Magician upright. You know? What's the Magician do? It has everything. It has created its altar, whether it's a cat or a person. See? It's created its altar, and it's manifesting from Aquarius thoughts into Aries. Virgo. Virgo's the mama. Right? Right now the moon is in Aquarius. What's the moon? The moon's the mother. Okay? We're going to use that wand. And we're going to remain here until this. Until the Magician starts getting a little more familiar with the cards they've been dealt and using them wisely. Not the 6 of Cups upright. Remember, it's reverse that we drew. Ignore my nails, my goodness. Anyway. So we need this to be in reverse. See, we need this to be in reverse. We can't go here yet. Because the 10 of Cups to me, when it's upright, it's like, I'm sorry, 10 of Pentacles, when it's upright, you know, look at it. I mean, you can see it upright. See, we've already been on the ground. We've already done that, right? So we're here now, back on the ground. And I can't receive my Pentacles. I can't receive them right now because I still got to do this. I thought that was 10 of Cups. I never really used this deck either. That's Pentacles. And 10 is good in any... I mean, when we're thinking about the cards as far as the 10 is, you know, we're there. We're there. We've, you know, all of our cups are filled, and you know, our wands have been used wisely with budding, beauty, and you know, we're done with the swords, right? We're done. We don't need to do that. It's exhausting. So tonight, you know, go inside, you know, and sit down and just, or go and walk outside barefoot, like I said, the hermit. Be the hermit. Take your little flashlight out there. Try to use like a real flashlight though. Try not to use a phone flashlight. You know, we do enough technology in our lives every day, don't you think? Like, let's let it, when we don't have to use that kind of stuff, let's let it go. I think that's why technology is known to mess up during full moons and eclipses and blood moons especially. You know, they were predicting that it's the end of the world. The blood moons, the end of the world. The Bible says in the book of Revelation that it is. Could be that it's just the end of old karma. I mean, that's what we're talking about when we're going with these retrograding planets. I mean, like 10, like I said. 10 is the, you know, when we're talking about the 3 of Wands, you know, understanding, and, you know, we got the 3 of Wands in reverse for Aquarius did. Here's the thing, the 3 in the reverse, we've already done it. So there's no need to continue to try to manifest the tools that are already at our feet. I mean, we're done with that. We've already done that. We've already been there, done that. We're healing now. Let's get some of our ideas on paper or on YouTube. You know, I think it was like one of the celebrities had said something about like temporarily did a YouTube channel, and she was like, I don't know why everybody doesn't have one. And when I heard that, I was like, you know what? That's a good point. So tomorrow at 10 a.m. and I'm gonna knock out some other videos throughout the week. You know, just random. You know, I'll try to do the description in the pretty well so that it's understanding of what you're getting into. So just try to remember to just call on Vesta, you know, the goddess oracle cards. That's what they're there for. These goddesses and gods, you know, and you don't have to have all of them or many. You know, I have spirit guides, and I have an Indian, and I have a person that looks like Jesus, I guess, because of the way that Jesus has been expressed through artwork in churches. You know, not that I think it's Jesus. Anyway, and that's not the important part. Labels and names, it's not the important part. It's the, you know, getting into the, you know, Aries season, the intelligence over the emotions. What is Aries? Aries is I am. I am. Virgo is a communicator. Libra will balance that, and the Virgo will be able they'll be able to play together, finally. You know, we've been going through, I mean, go back to 2014 and think of what you were going through 4 years ago. Or 13 even, 5 years ago. You know, it's the end of, you know, all that. It's you know, we're healing now. We've been healing, actually. We've been healing. Now it's time to do something with it. I think we can do that every day, no matter what sign, no matter... Here you go, Ace of Swords. No matter what sign, in reverse. Put the swords down. Cease fighting. It's going to be amazing. So hit like, subscribe to Hazel's House of Witchery for support. And I'm going to have, you know, I'm going to have some things on here for us. And I'm learning with you, you know, through this. You know, probably every video won't be necessarily this long. But, you know, I want to get my flow. So, please hit like and subscribe. And I'll show you more things, these, that help me connect. I'm looking at myself, and I guess I'm supposed to look at the camera. Anyway, let's all wish each other the best through this Aquarius night. Because I think tonight's going to be easy for a lot of us as far as it being in still, the moon. And if I've said full moon in Aquarius tonight, I don't mean that. That's where it was Friday the 27th, where I'm at. Into tonight, going into Aquarius. And it's there now. And then tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. we're going to start going into Pisces. So hopefully soon I can get a chart up here in the corner. What not. Hopefully Tani Michelle will be able to teach me some things. I know that Aquarius sun has taught me. She taught me this part. So I wasn't meant to learn. And sometimes the best spot to be is I don't know. But I think we know now. As Aquarius risings especially, I feel like we are, and of course sun, always the sun. The sun's the father of it all. He's your daddy. So thank you for watching, and just remember, we're only each other's reflection. Thank you. See you soon.